We had that US Patriot Act, which actually was not very well received here in Europe. Lots of critics around that. And I would be rather surprised if the correct answer here is to kind of fight back with a own EU Patriot Act. I know there had been rumors right after that sad incident in Paris with Charlie Hebdo that in particular security-related politicians said, well, we need to know more, we need to have access to any kind of data. But as far as I'm concerned, politically, Europe is not ready for an EU Patriot Act, and I personally wouldn't support it either. I think it's not the right answer to tackle all these problems. In fact, I would say under the surface, all the European or many European jurisdictions, they have already some kind of act allowing them to get access to data, at least the secret services. So as a whole, there are possibilities to access data already, but I very much doubt that one day we have one common umbrella named EU Patriot Act. That's politically, at least as far as Germany is concerned, but I'm sure also other jurisdictions, politically it's a no-go.
There's been a lot of debate very recently about whether or not Europe should have an EU-style Patriot Act. Interestingly, if we look back to historical developments, we saw the US develop a Patriot Act primarily as a response to terrorism and certainly as a response to what we saw in the aftermath of September the 11th. Given the recent terrorist attacks that we've seen across Europe, it's no surprise that we've seen more discussion around whether or not we need a similar Patriot type of legislation within Europe, either for Europe as a whole or perhaps for some of those countries that have recently experienced those sort of terrorist attacks. It's not surprising that we've seen that sort of question and that call for a Patriot Act coming up, but I think it's unlikely that we're likely to see such legislation coming in the near future. I think if we did, there's a severe risk and a danger that it's seen as a knee-jerk reaction rather than a form of real solution